How you going, guys? I wanted to talk to you about a couple of things this week that came up in conversations with guys. Had a guy that one of you guys has been with us for a little bit now, but been quite successful. I would say actually probably been very successful. But he kind of like hit a wall in February, where he'd done everything like I said to him to do, or certainly the first thing I say to do when you haven't got much work or low on work, which is to do additional services for all those clients, right? That your regular client base. So he said, I've really thrashed that out. I can't think of really too much to do. I said, well, listen, don't give up faith, because there's always something to do that's almost on a monthly basis in the yard that is beyond mowing. There's almost an additional service for every month, I think there is. But so there's still probably some stuff to do there. But he said, I really feel like I've thrashed that out. So he said, but then I remembered something you said, which was like the backlist, right? And that actually sparked something in my brain too, because yes, your backlist is like number 2 on the list of things to do, particularly at this time of the year where you've got, when I say backlist, I'm talking about the leads that you've received that didn't necessarily turn into regulars, because otherwise you'd be servicing them regularly, right? So over springtime, or, from October onwards, right through, you receive a lot of leads. You've paid money for those leads. That is your backlist. It's an asset to your business. Now, if you were to call those clients up and go, hi, how you going? So I know we haven't serviced you since October, November, December, whenever it was. But how's the garden looking? You'll get an absolute ton of work. And that's what he found. He did that. He went to his backlist, starting from the newest ones, obviously being January, then December, and working his way back through it, because obviously they higher hit rates the more contact, or the closer contact you've had with them recently, the most recent contact. So he started hitting them up, and man, bang, packed out for a month, 2 months worth of work as a result of it. So he kind of like hit a bit of a wall. He said, man, I've got every additional service. Went to the back list, started calling them around, and then packed out. Now that sparked something in my memory where I remember last year I had a guy that started around that November, early November period, got to December, January, February, and was low on work. And that's what I got him to do. Bang, he was packed out for 3 weeks just from that one simple thing. So it kind of like sparked my memory as well. Now, I know I speak to a lot of you guys, you say, oh, you've got enough work, but sometimes it's around this period of time when you don't, and you've exhausted those additional services. So I thought that was a fantastic tip. Now, to do that, obviously your list of clients you've received are on your billing. So you'll be able to find that on your email. They're on your FMS4 billing. But if you can't find it on there, ring up Judith and ask her to send you the last 6 months, 3 months worth of leads that you've received. And just go down them. They're all there, right there for you. So with phone numbers, everything. So they're, people work hard to actually get client details. There they all are for you. So, but the main thing is packed out as a result of it. Okay, now one other thing I want to talk to you about was I had a conversation with a fella around his refinement, I suppose, of his client list. He's got quite a big client list that he's just recently purchased. And we were talking about, he brought up the fact that he's now going to try and do more total garden service. And I said, oh mate, that's a fantastic idea. So not just mowing the lawn and leaving, but you're going to do a total package. And he's already started implementing that with some of his clients and had good results. And I said to him, well, that's fantastic. But the advice I said to him was, listen, mate, the way to do it is to have a bit of a story. Everything's got to be sold through a bit of a story, but particularly with customers. Now, no, you don't always see your customers, but you can always call them. But in that conversation, if you want a total package, so rather than just mowing the lawn, doing things that need to be done regularly and working it into one price on a monthly basis, like a total package for a month, what you do is you say to them this. You say to them, listen, I've found that the customers that actually are really getting the most out of my service don't just get their lawn mowed with me on a regular basis, but they package it up into a fee that includes other things on a monthly basis. So instead of, say, doing a $30 lawn mow or a $40 lawn mow, you might be doing a $50, and every second time it includes a hedge, right? So it doesn't necessarily have to be everything done on a monthly basis, but it's a total care package. But there normally is something to do, like poisoning or something every month, isn't there? So what you'd be saying to the customer is, my customers that are getting the most out of my service are actually on this total care package. So that's the way I'm taking my business. And he said, oh, great. Okay, that's helpful. That's a great way to introduce it to them. And a lot of guys will say yes. And I said, well, you think about it. If you took, if you had 100 clients, now you may not, you may only have 80, but let's use 100 because it's easy terms. But if you introduced all of them to it and said, listen, this is the way I'm really taking my business because customers love it, what would be the result of that? Would 60% of them go yes? 50% of them go yes? Remembering as well that you're trying to take your business in that direction. You want 100% they're going to be on this total care package, because that's what makes them love you even more, and they are the elite clients. So if you did it across your client base and convinced them by saying, this is what makes my customers happy, and this is the best way for me to service you and make you happy and keep your garden looking fantastic, not just the lawn, but the whole yard, what would your conversion rate be? Now, it'll be different for different people, but don't let your expectations of that number before you've even tried it actually dictate the result. So a lot of people go, oh, well, no, I'd only get... Well, no, you don't know. You've got to try it, right? So start trying that in your business and see what the results are you're getting. You will get better at talking people into it as well, because you'll start focusing on the benefits the more you actually talk to people about it as well. So total care package, see what you can get out of your client base in terms of conversion to people doing that for you. And you'll get better at doing it the more you think about it as well. Now, the best way to start that, of course, is to start with your top 20%, because that will give you a lot more momentum, because those people are more likely to do exactly what you say, and they're less price sensitive, right? So they'll just say, yeah, do it, right? Those customers, top 20%, start with them and work your way down. Start with the top 20%. Cool. I think that's it. Those are just the 2 tips. I don't want to take too much of your time. I love giving these little tidbits of information to you. So, man, backlist, of the leads that you've received over the last 6 to 3 months. That was the first point. Second one, total garden care package, right? And start with your top 20%. That's what makes the customers are the most happy, are the customers that get the total care package off of me on a monthly basis, And I want to make you happy. So, but start with your top 20%, because you'll get some momentum with those guys. They'll make it easy for you. Okay, guys, good luck. Cheers.